Hello, everybody. I'm well aware that it is not, Monday. It is Thursday, but it's pill refill day. I don't quite know where my last thing went. I'm missing one of my little medicine cases. And that bugs me a little bit. Don't think it's in my nightstand. So it's kind of just somewhere in the ether. I don't appreciate the fact that it's missing. Oh, I found it. I found it, y'all. It's not missing. You know what's gonna suck? Later on in life, I'm gonna have a pill box. I'm gonna need all these vitamins. And thankfully, I'll have one of these because I already take so much medicine and I'm only 23. So when people tell you, oh, you shouldn't need that much because you're young, tell them to go suck it. Because I take 7 pills a day. So, and that's without my migraines acting up or my iron deficiency kicking in or the 50 million other things that like to plague my daily life. Tell them to go suck it because we are troopers and we are doing what we can to live a relatively happy, relatively normal life. Now, that does not mean to go tell your parents to suck it. That's not what I mean. What I mean is people should not tell you what you need unless they are a doctor. If they're not a doctor and they don't know your symptoms, they don't know nothing. I have lived in a family that has told me you're too young for that my entire life. No, I'm not too young for it. I'm a prematurely born individual who is still being affected by the adversities of being born prematurely. Unfortunately, those adversities are never going away because it's the equivalent of brain damage and my body not developing properly. So, if any of you are parents and you have a preemie, I'm not saying this to scare your preemie kids. I'm just saying sometimes there can be issues. And those issues can lead to medicine. So don't be discouraged if you're young and you have to take medication. Because I'm young and I have to take medication. I've had to take medication since I was... God, how long has it been? I was 4 years old when I first had to start seizure meds. Because that's when they kicked in. Ironically enough, I lived up here in Virginia when my seizures kicked in. And then I moved back to Kansas after. Also, while I'm refilling my pills and making sure I'm good for the day, how is everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. I had a realization this morning after I woke up. And that realization is the fact that when I was in senior year, my senior year of high school was really tough because that's when COVID hit, if you guys remember correctly. But before COVID hit, during our little last goodbye before we were taken out of school permanently, which I honestly think it was extremely good timing on their part. Before we all left, there was this football guy. He was on the football team, and he was a senior like me, and we had gone to school together for years and years and years, basically our whole lives. And he came up to me, him and his buddies, as they walked out of the classroom, this was history class, some of his buddies put their hand on my shoulder in some sort of like solidarity or something, like, thank you. And they were apologizing on their way out. They were going sorry. And I didn't realize just what that was about until today. At first I thought they just felt bad because they treated me like garbage my whole life. And I was like, oh, well, maybe they finally feel shitty for what they've done to me. That was part of the reason. But it wasn't the whole reason. Part of it was because I treated them like a person instead of an idol. I treated them just like I treated everybody else. And they got to know me. And they felt bad for what they did because they got to know me. And they realized that they were picking on somebody who didn't deserve it this whole time. So I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. This whole time, for 5 years, I have been incredibly confused about why they waited until senior year to apologize to me. But that whole time I also didn't realize they didn't know me. They knew the rumors. They knew the lies. They knew everything except the truth. And once they knew the truth, it hit them. And it hit one of them to the point that they were almost in tears when they apologized to me, and he said, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I treated you the way that I did, because you are genuinely a good person. I was shocked when they apologized to me. Because up until that point, I had not gotten a genuine apology. Ever. For anything. And because he started to cry, I felt bad, because I felt like I had done something wrong when he started to cry after he apologized. And I said, is it okay if I give you a hug to show you that I forgive you? He said, yeah. I gave him a hug. Granted, his buddies went, aww, but that's just because a lot of guys aren't able to show their soft side or show the fact that they genuinely feel shitty about what they did. And he was able to. And I think that's incredibly kind and speaks about him as a person. I didn't know him very well. I just knew him from history class. And the fact that he'd picked on me since I was like, God, 8? So he'd picked on me for a good decade up until that point. So I was like, I don't know what to think of you. Izzy, don't growl. It's okay. It's okay. No. No, you let the people walk down the street if they need to. You let the people walk down the street. Don't. No. Yes, I have my pills. Are you proud of me? Thank you. But yeah, I only knew him from history class. Which is why I guess I was so confused, is because we barely interacted with each other outside of the bullying. I don't know. Life is weird. Life is strange, and that timing lined up very, very well. But, yeah, I figured I'd share with you guys a little thing that I realized today. I'm slowly realizing, a lot of things here lately. Things that I've been trying to decode my whole life, but I haven't been able to because I've been so stressed out and thrown into one war zone to the other. And now I can finally let that go. Because they didn't want more friends. They had so many friends that they could barely count how many friends they had. They just wanted to be seen as a person. And I got that. I understood how that felt because I had so many enemies I couldn't count how many there were. Like, it was school after school that was turned on me, and it was exhausting. And it just kind of goes to show that no matter how popular you are, there is still that feeling of, I don't feel like a person. I just feel like I'm something else. And that's not even saying like they feel like they're a different species altogether or anything. That's just them saying, I feel less than a person. I feel like a tool. And that's not how it should be for anybody. I genuinely mean that. That's not how it should be. I feel like everybody should have a chance to feel like a person. But yeah, I'm gonna take my meds, I'm gonna post this, and then I'm gonna go eat breakfast. Well, brunch, but breakfast. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And before we go, we are shaking the magic 8 ball today. Magic 8 ball of wisdom. Will today be a good day? No doubt about it, you guys. No doubt about it. It's gonna be a good day. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And if you're at work, I hope work goes well. If you're at school, I hope school goes well. If you're at home or sick, I hope you feel better. And I hope that everything at home goes well. And I will see you guys in the next video I post.